Well, hey, Joe, what's up, buddy? Right on. How you been, Joey? Been doing all right? Rain in California, make us vitamin C. Yeah, yeah, it's seems to be raining everywhere. We got Nate J. How you doing, buddy? Nice and sunny in Ontario, but is it nice and warm in there, or do you have just always kind of cold? Saws and pieces. Yeah, that's an understatement. Kind of mixed in back here is there's my 200. I just took it on the job the other day and it ran like crap. Um, just really like a pooch. So finished the job with it and figured I'd take this one apart and clean it and put it back together. It's really just a part saw, but I'm kind of curious to see if I can get it running. Weather's been crap, so just kind of dodging the rain when we can and trying to get work in, but Megadose says he is building a bigger flip line for his big redwoods. Yeah, actually, my flip line, I'm gonna have to. I think I'm either gonna have to buy a new rope grab or switch my rope grab out. Hey, Brush Life. Um, it's not grabbing anymore. I guess the little spring piece that's on them rope grabs is fell off or whatever. So I've been using it for I don't know, a month with it like that, and yeah, it's not too safe. So I have another one, but it's a smaller one. So I may just switch over to it because I like the actual lanyard. So 12 foot one would only make it. Ah, dang, that sucks. Yeah, that's a monster. Then you got some big ones. Yeah, we don't get a lot that are that big around. Nowhere near the height either. So you know, a lot of our trees are stubby, so I need a pretty big lanyard. It's got to be really adjustable because any given day I'll be on one that's about this big, and then be on a 8 foot diameter the next week. So Dan says they're trimming apartments. Ah, boring, huh? Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of like trim work. Um, Joey says he's doing. Ugh. You doing okay? Right on, buddy. And that one's a baby still. Yeah. I imagine that. That's just one of my things that I got to do one of these days is get up there and at least get in one. It would be nice, but I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Instagram. I've kind of kept the Instagram stuff going as best as I possibly can. You can hear thundering outside. So there's been footage on there, but not really footage for the YouTube. I had a job where I gashed my finger wide open with a clipper, and so I've been nursing my hand up ever since. Finally got it before it stayed glued together. Um, I got the HSA 25 uh, pruner trimmer for Father's Day for my wife and daughter. There it is there. But actually I need to, should be charged. Yeah, it's really nice. What I did was I took it out of the package, and as soon as I took it out of the package, I put it in and I put it to work. I trimmed cedar trees, tons of shrubs with it, and I don't know if you guys can really read. That's probably, my handwriting's horrible anyway. So as you can see there, I had 5 different uses of it, and increments of, like, the first one was 10 minutes, then I used it for 20, then 30, then 2 more 15-minute periods. So straight out of the box, I put 90 minutes on it. It never died, but I did feel it kind of bogged down. So it was hard use too. I mean, I used it on some big shrubs, and the cedar, that it didn't get any harder than that. So I lifted the canopy on a lot of my cedars when we mow under. So I was curious how that was going to be straight out of the box, because I like the I've always liked it. I always thought it was kind of cool, but the whole battery powered system kind of puzzled me, because you just don't get the use, for commercial or business purposes. So my wife got me that, and it's been nice. Like I said, I put 90 straight minutes on it, which an hour and a half of hard use on it, and it never died. So surprising that they have such good life on those, but not for, like.
You want my tablet?
I'm good. Oh, right on. Brush Life says he's running them ultra. Man, that thing is cool. I wish I had one of those. That would make land clearing just a breeze. It just looks awesome. And so, do you take that thing and just straight go over your brush piles and just mulch your whole brush piles after you dump them? Yeah, Joe says he's got a smaller Z runner. That's cool. Um, yeah, you ought to pick one up, Brush. He, it's, I think it was 120 is what it was price wise, and if I used it on one job, it would make its money back. So it's just, I think if it says steel on it, I'll buy it and collect it anyway. So that's just kind of me. But manscaping kit, yeah, it could be, huh? But yeah, we just I was sitting around the house. I've been working on editing all day. So you do use that to mulch like that? That's cool. Um, I sitting around the house. I was editing videos and stuff. So I had read a few comments and had a few of them ask me if I was going to do any live feeds and stuff. And I've been kind of stepped back because work kind of picked up, and so I'm kind of somewhat, a little busier than normal. So I kind of took a step back there, and I just didn't really have much to talk about. I'm really far behind on footage. Um, the next video is a Oh, the next video should be, it should be kind of interesting. It's I know a lot of you guys probably, I don't know if you have such issues with people topping trees and stuff where you're at, but here where I'm at, it's just like an epidemic. So if I'm removing a tree, there's a lot of times that that same tree has been topped before, so you don't get a good tie-in point. Grains never match up, so you can't trust the limbs. Rigging's really hard, and so I found myself in a birch that was topped. We were surrounded in wires, really tight quarters to get the truck to and the trailer. But the lady she was funny. She was really funny. I got a kick out of her. So she was good to us the whole time we were there. But yeah, I got partway into editing and figured I'd holler at you guys, see what you guys were up to, because my editor started being ignorant and wouldn't let me do what I wanted. So threw a hissy fit, put it down. Now we're here. We got Swamp Bear. What's up, buddy? Oh, sunny for you. That's cool. That's cool. Well, hey, I wish it was here. It was sunny at the beginning of the day. It was real nice. Beginning. My wife was out in the pool at the beginning of the day, but I think probably right around noon, it just completely changed, and the electrics kicked out about 5, 6 times while I was sitting here taking this saw apart. So it's, as far as weather, it is pretty rough here. I was trying to think, there was some other stuff I was gonna talk to you guys about. Um, oh, on I don't know if it'll be on the next video. Making toast is awesome. Um, I've been using, a lot of guys ask me about my Prusik knots for what I climb on, for the rope wrench and stuff like that, and I use the VT. I've used the Distill a few times here lately, just trying things out. And then I got to researching, and I've probably said his name before, but Richard Mumford is just, I mean, the guy's just a genius when it comes to tree work. I think he just approaches it from a different mindset. It's not brute strength. It's not, just work. You can be a smart guy and work. So it's pretty intelligent, and I was reading some of his stuff, and he started to talk about how Prusik knots, there's a billion variations, and you're never going to come to the end of it, because you can, hey JC, how we doing? Um, you can, change them up with just the simplest cross, or that he said every Prusik knot has the same, kind of the same steps to them. They either consist of crosses where the ropes cross each other to create friction, or they consist of a twist, or both together. But the ways to create the friction is to cross the ropes and twist the ropes. So you'll either add a cross or you'll add a twist. So what I did was I took the, let's see if I can show you real quick. I took the VT and added a twist into the VT, because I had issues with kind of set back a little bit, and tending and getting everything to line up right with the VT. Sometimes it'd be a little too long or it'd be a little too short. So to fix that, I added a twist into the back of it, which turns the VT into the XT. So I don't really have a Prusik rope here. I could do it with a regular rope, but I tell you what, I'll put it in one of the next videos. I'll kind of do a more up close thing on it and show you guys. But yeah, like I said, we had the trees that that we did last week, beginning of last, or no, the end of last week on, we showed up and it was a barber chair tree. The customer didn't realize it, and as we're sitting there, a storm come rolling in and it gapped out real far. Scared me half to death while I was sitting there. They started to worry pretty bad about it, so we decided to go ahead and get the tree down for them. We ratchet strapped that together so we could secure the barber chair, which probably one up the crack was, it was at the base of the tree, halfway through it, and probably one up 5-6 feet. So it would gap open back and forth as the wind blew. We ratchet strapped that together, but after I got home, I got the tree down, but the tree drifted hard on me to the way the barber chair wanted to go, and I thought about that all night. It just didn't make any sense why that tree drifted, you know, like it did. And I had probably, we're talking about an ash tree that was maybe, I don't know, let's say 32 inches for the DBH. Not a huge tree, but it drifted hard. And I had probably 6 inches of hinge that just broke. It just snapped. So I didn't get a good chance to be able to look at the tree while we were there because it literally just started pouring. I couldn't look up and watch the crown of the tree as I'm cutting, which probably had, it would have, that would have helped, but it was probably a good thing that I wasn't able to, because when I'd look up, I got my mesh, face mask. I was just catching rain right in my eyes, even with my sunglasses on. So it kind of forced me to watch the trunk more. But after I got home, I started thinking about it. I don't know if I have it on video, so I'm gonna go back through the old footage and look. But man, I was rushing that day, and well, I say that day, we did all in like a 30-minute period because we were trying to help the customer. They were worried. They said they was gonna get like a motel room for the night because they were too scared. I couldn't have went home and thought about it all night. It would have bugged me. So we set a rope. We got soaking wet. Just got poured on. But we got the tree down. But when I cut it, I was standing in the absolute worst position that I don't know why I was. I cut right below the barber chair. And if the barber chair would have took off, I know we had the ratchet strap on it. It was tied up pretty good. But if it would have took off, it got me and lifted me up in the air. But I didn't think about that at the time. I guess because I was rushing. I guess I was for sure that I had secured it enough, so I just kind of went with it. But I really hope I have that on footage, so I can go back and really maybe use it as an example of what not to do, because that really didn't go out very good. It went the direction that I wanted. Past the trees, it drifted on me, which it shouldn't have done, but I heard my hinge just erupt. And there was probably let's say 6 to 8 inches of hinge that just blew up. Didn't make any sense. So we got a lot of videos coming up. I just kind of wanted to check in with you guys. Haven't heard from you. Haven't really put much out, so just kind of letting everybody know everything. I'll try to do maybe some more live feeds here lately, because yeah, it definitely was the pucker factor, Dan, and Richard is the man. So, oh shoot, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here. You guys stay safe. I will. Jesus, chill. How we doing, buddy? You guys be good. I'll do some more. We'll do another live feed. Let me have some stuff to show you guys, talk about, go over, review, something like that. I'll think ahead a little bit more. I just was bored and figured I'd say hey. So, be good. and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.